Here we are, I've been talking about this for a long time. The 80 is finally getting painted. It's in the shed now. I'm actually gonna be away for about 2 or 3 weeks. So I've left this in charge with Monique. Now we're gonna strip this thing and paint it 1 or 2 colors. I've been on red for a long time, like a candy red, sort of that soul red that Mazda does. But recently, I've started falling in love with the idea of doing it black. So I don't actually know yet. It's gonna be a case of how straight the body is underneath when we do a bit more prep, because black it's got to be pretty damn good to get it right. So that's what's happening in this episode. We're gonna be stripping it down, getting it down, painted, a bit more body work, and see how it comes up, because I think it would just really kind of bring the thing to life. The wrap's been on there for maybe 2 years now. It's done a round of shows, a heap of events. We've done the half like retro side, half the other side to match the Patrol. Patrol's getting a rewrap soon, or also maybe paint, so it's time for it to change up and go from there. Now, I'm actually, do I give it away yet? I've decided to give the 80 series away, and that's why we're respraying it. So it's going to be not branded for Build Not Bought anymore. It's going to be a nice, slick new color, ready for you guys to win. Everything's going to be finished on it. We've got to do drawers in the back, finish off some interior bits and trim, and then the brand new paint job, new set of wheels, and give the thing a tidy up, and it'll be mint. So we're going to rip into it. Monique's taking over for the next few days, and then we'll see how it turns out.
Good morning. So today, Sam has kind of left me unattended. So I'm not really sure how to feel about it. But basically today I'm gonna be by myself tearing apart the 80 for paint. So we're gonna take like the headlights, all the rubbers, tail lights, door cards, because it's open door, and all that sort of stuff, and then prep it for paint. It's probably gonna take me the whole day. I have to take the whole wrap off, and I'm not sure what the best way would be to take it off. So I'm gonna trial a couple things, and whatever works best, obviously I'll use, but hopefully it's nice, quick and easy, and we can get it on. It doesn't work, it just melts it. It's no good. I think I'm just gonna have to rip it off by hand. It's probably gonna take a while, but it's working. I made a boo-boo. I peeled all the wrap off. It's all done, except for like a couple little pieces when I take the door handles off. But I just realised, you probably can't see, it's on the floor. I have to peel it off the floor. The wrap is off. Now I need to take the bonnet and the bar off, and the headlights as well. And the rear bar. And these are all things that are like bigger than me. So I don't know how I'm gonna go taking it off by myself. I may have to phone a friend, but I'll give it my best. Okay, I did it. Whoever's freaking editing this better put some big muscles on me. Big ones. Oh, strong gal. Big gal.
Three days later.
Holy shit, and I'm back. As you're watching this, I just got back from Fink. Absolutely insane, the craziest party. I love going out to Fink in Alice Springs. And I left Monique alone with the 80. She's done well. The wrap's completely off, bumper, rear bar, everything. We're on a super tight deadline with this. I think I've decided we're gonna be painting it black. Now we've got 2 and a bit weeks, so this is the plan. I got my old man flying in tomorrow, so he's gonna bodywork it because he's got a lot of experience with painting cars. Then Jake gets it from Mixed Image Customs on the 3rd, which is like a week after that. He's got 5 days to prep and paint this thing. I mean, we're prepping most of it, but he's doing the final sand, lay the paint on, color sand. And then we've got 3 or 4 days to assemble the car, and it's straight on a truck for the Sydney show. So it's a bit happening. It's getting a proper workover. We're painting this thing properly. We're doing door jams and everything. Ryan's here behind me, taking all the glass out. So we're gonna be putting new glass rubbers in, getting it painted properly. So I kind of put this on him on a whim, you know, it's like, can you pull the glass out? And he's like, well, I don't have my tools, but we'll give it a red hot crack. So anyway, so tomorrow we're gonna get body working. Monique's gonna learn a little bit about how to body work, i.e. just your fingernails and all your fingerprints just start bleeding, just heaps of sanding. You excited for that?
No.
Oh, shit. Apart from chasing the dogs, they got out. Anyway, all right, so we've got the 80 outside now. Father Isles is in town. I picked him up yesterday. We're gonna be body working this. Now, when I originally built this, I did it enough to do the wrap. Now, the wrap was a matte finish, and I was aware of that. So there's a little bit of curves in it, a little bit of wavy stuff, and it hides most of that. Going black, it's quite like a shiny finish, so it sees every imperfection. You wanna get it pretty straight when you're doing a flat paint job like that. So, we're doing another round of body work, another week or so on it. Monique's sorting out the roof. We've taken all the glass out, because like we mentioned, we're doing all the door jams, painting everything properly. So pretty much rip into a heap of that. I'm not going to teach you too much about that because it's very similar to what we did last time. Just a layer of bog, feather it back just to get at all those little imperfections to get it good. Jake is going to do a final little colour sand as well just to get it perfect before he lays the colour on. So that's what we're ripping into now. A bit more of the rubber's got to come out, cleaning up around the window hinges and all that, and we're ready to go. Alright, so since we're giving this car away, I need to make sure everything's in tip-top condition. Now, we're not only doing the paint, these rims are sick. They're the KMC bead looks, and I reckon bead looks are gonna look good on the bead locks. Chrome and black, you can't go wrong. So I'm gonna send these down to Dave at Top Coat Detailing. He's gonna polish up the aluminium and then coat them in a ceramic or a clear coat to protect them from doing this in the future. Ali's really bad for like corroding in the air. It's a sacrificial anode if you go back to your chemistry in high school. Anyway, so I'm gonna drop these rims off and then continue on the paint job. We've literally got a couple of days and she's heading over to Jake to get painted.
So we've done all the priming now after the bogging and sanding, and I've done the roof, taken off all of the glue excess from the wrap, and then we've got to do the other side and then the roof, and then we'll give it to Ryan like that, and he'll paint it.
That's Jake. Alrighty boys and girls, we have done what we can. The primer is completed. Now Jake, as I mentioned, is putting his own primer on this. So we're gonna run down to Mixed Image Customs in Gympie there, and he's gonna do a final bit of body work. But pretty much the whole thing's covered in primer. Done the roof, done the boots, both sides. The bonnet is also in there as well to do. So we're gonna load her up in the trailer, head down to see Jake, and see what he reckons. Oh, as suspected, bloody flat battery. Well, this thing has got me out of trouble more times than I can remember. The mini jump starter from SP Tools, I've used it pretty much every time I start this car because it just doesn't get driven enough, so hopefully she works. Right, here we are, we made it. We're down with Jake from Mixed Image Customs now. We've done what we can, and like I said, we're just gonna wax some black on this thing and see how we go. There's a massively tight deadline, so he squeezed this in. If you don't remember, Jake's the guy who actually painted that sick, like glitter finish job on the drift car when we did all the bar work. So give us a quick, like 30-second run through of the next 5 days that you're gonna have with this car, what the plan is.
I'm pretty much bringing a sleeping bag and a pillow to work so I can get it done. Yeah, it's gonna pull it apart, get it primed, go over it, make it nice.
Yep, and then what's the steps after that?
We'll reassemble it. Oh, obviously put colour down. We'll reassemble it, go back over it. Anything that needs to be buffed up, which hopefully, touch wood, it should be good. And then just go from there.
Sweet, and then we got literally like 2 or 3 days to assemble this thing straight down to the Sydney show. So I better not hold him up anymore, get to work. He's gonna supply some footage, so we'll get some shots of it going together. And then hopefully I'll come out when the colour goes on and we'll see this thing come together. So super exciting. This is the last time I'm gonna see it, not in paint.
All right, so I've got my wet on wet primer down. Just helps seal it up and add better coverage because it's black. You don't want to go over a really light color and have to put heaps of color down. We're mixing up 202 Toyota black. It's a Toyota, so you've got to keep it, in the family. Plus, all 4-wheel drive guys love 202 black. Pick the darker variant, so it's just as deep as possible. We'll do 2 coats of the DG black. I'll then put 1 to 2 coats of clear over the top just to seal it up, add a bit more depth, make it nicer. Depending on how clean I can get it, touch wood that I get it mint, it's off the gun. But I'll go over it, denib any little bits of dust and buff it up and have it look as good as possible.
The next day.
Holy smokes, I'm actually lost for words. Jake and the team at Mixed Image Customs smashed it out of the park. This is the cleanest I've ever seen it, and I'm the wrong person to have a car with a paint job like this. But the good news is we are giving it away, so it's not gonna be in my hands for very long. So we're gonna make this thing absolutely shiny and perfect and brand new for whoever's gonna win it. So what we're gonna do now is assemble the whole thing. We've got a special guest this episode. Mitch is back.
Whoa, what's going on?
So Mitch has been floating around helping us. It is a weekend, so he just loves working, comes in on the weekend, floats around, can't get rid of him. And we've got Father Oz here as well. So we're gonna get the doors together, all the rubbers. I'm gonna do the front end, headlights, grille, bonnet, just throw it together. And then we are getting the wheels back from Dave on Monday. So in a couple of days, new wheels, clean up some of the underneath. Fuck, everything's gonna be brand new.
Well, since I've worked on this old girl, but it's new form, I think he's definitely chosen the right colour for it. At the moment, I'm just throwing all the doors back together, door seals, door cards, stuff like that. Mind blank. What do I say? I've said everything. Bars on.
Big man's been in the gym. Actually, he hasn't been, he's been boxing. Your back is a crane, it lifted a sharp jerking motion. Look at that. Look at that. Black and chrome, baby. Woohoo!
That looks tough.
Alrighty, literally 2 hours. We knocked it out. The car's 90% complete. Ryan's coming in on Monday. We're gonna put some glass in it. We'll get the wheels back. That'll make a massive difference. But that front end, with already having the black grille and the black bull bar, I think it's come up pretty slick. So you detail the inside, get the bags up, and I gotta clean the underneath. The suspension's all pretty new still, but it definitely needs a clean, so I've got to detail. And what else? What do you want to say? Yeah, mate.
That's really dark.
You can barely see through the windows, eh?
Whoa. I think I can see in.
Look at that, it's focusing on the chopper. But no, it's a car. Wow. Look at these nails, by the way. Whoa! All right, the local guys are back. Ryan's here with the final piece of the puzzle, or second last piece. Today, we are also picking up the rims, but new glass going in the front, new rubbers, and he's re-tinted the rear window as well, with maybe, not new rubber, we rescued the rubber.
Rescued the rubber in the rear.
Rescue the rubber in the rear. So glass is going in, and then Monique's got a little bit of interior work to do. Wheels on, and I want this car together today. We want it done because I want to get some sick shots on a rooftop tonight. That's what I reckon it's going to look good. Black under the light, it's going to look slick. Come bearing gifts. Breakfast has arrived. What do we get? I can see mine. Mango smoothie. What else we got? Is that it? Is that it? It's so tiny. Woohoo! Feels good, man. Except you put fingerprints on it. Well, there we have it. She's tinted up, windows are in. Literally last piece of the last piece of the puzzle, Davo's done the rims. Now this time we've gone for like a polished rim. It's like a chrome finish, but we've done the rings black. So we were just chatting about whether we're gonna do the bolts in like a gold or silver or like a stainless. And that'll be the last bit to make this thing look like a car again. And yeah, we are gonna detail the chassis, don't worry about that. Badass, look at those rims. They are on, the tires are on the rims now. They're about to go on the car. I want to show you putting them on, but I think we're just going to cut straight to a BRLC because I've been thinking about this all week. We're going to take this thing to the top story of a multi-level car park. Night lights, oh, it's just going to be sick. Let's go to that now. Like a nice transition. Was that pretty gay?
Get it, girl.
All right, you do it better. You do better. What was funny about that?
I would have been like, we're gonna take it to the car park, it's gonna look fucking sick, and then, ka-chow!